So what are the financial and practical aspect of marriage you wish you'd known?
You're actually asking me this question. It's
Yeah.
like this question is supposed to be for him, okay? He's the only one who's just bending here in this relationship.
Even though we both technically spend, I'm more responsible for
Yeah.
all the financial activities of the
Big
household.
part.
There's two things. So there's school of thoughts of girls that would want to spend a good wedding. So if that's the case, you're probably thinking upwards of 20 to 30 grand to have it with you before you're getting ready for your marriage. Or you can find someone who is okay with where you at a stage where you don't have much money and you cannot spend much. Even then, you probably want to keep at least 10 grand or so in your saving for this particular aspect of life. Now, mind you that the girls are like the once in a lifetime thing and they want to do it perfect. They want this and that, which is completely fine. But for us, I think we kept it fairly small. We kept
simple.
it very, very small and simple. And even then,
Till
it has
cost.
cost
Yeah.
about 10,000.
Yeah.
Actually, more of those money is in the tickets from here to Egypt and back.
Yeah.
Like for me, she didn't want to spend a lot of money, and which I really appreciate that, because I was at the stage that I didn't have much money, but I still wanted to get into this specific segment of my life, and I was excited about it. I was thinking I would be better off with someone who wants me to grow with her rather than got everything and then get her.
Yeah.
And that's where it's a better test for a woman, is that, okay, do you choose someone who is gonna grow with you rather than he has done there and been there and he has all the money that could help you live a stable life.
Yeah, and again, like it's just a personal preference. Like no one is wrong. Like if the girl just wants someone to be already settled and all of that, that's fine. It's not wrong at all. And like for me, I just want someone to build our future together. Like go through the journey together. I don't want someone who's already built himself just come to me. I just want to build that with him as well. But
Right.
it's just personal preference.
The next question is, do you think or did you realize how much effort it takes to keep the romance in the marriage alive?
I didn't realize that before marriage because I was thinking it's gonna be okay, but after marriage, like romance is gonna be stay the same, but it's gonna be not as much as before. Not because we lose it, because we have now more important things to do, and it's actually better. Like we have more things to share, so romance is not gonna be the only thing that you're actually going to run after.
As a guy though, it's very important that for you to have that part of your life. Or for guys, could be a specific time that you would want a romance from your wife, but on the other hand, it's different. It's constant that you have to make sure that you love them, you care for them, and you tell them, you convey that to your partner. So I didn't think it's going to be a lot of work, but it turns out to be a lot of work to keep the romance alive for them. If they feel appreciated, listened, heard, and taken care of, that's romance for them. For us, romance is a little bit different. It's more towards PG-13 side of things.
I don't know what PG-13 means.
PG-13 is parental guidance, 13 years and above people. So last question, what advice would you give about balancing work and personal life in marriage?
I'm not one to do this, like to give advice, because I'm not actually good at that. Like I
That's
feel
fine.
like that's
Whatever you thought,
overacting.
in your opinion.
To just keep the balance before work and relationship. That's all. It's good for girls and good for guys to understand that once you have took the decision and getting married or be in a relationship, so now your relationship is not gonna be less important than your work. Because I know sometimes we just want to be more independent. For this, you need to just think that you took the decision by yourself, and you need to understand now your relationship is not gonna be less important than your work. In fact, it's actually here and your work is here. So relationship is supposed to be perfect, and then I'm gonna jump into work. And same thing also for guys.
Before getting married, guys' life is usually work, make money. But when you get into marriage, now your focus is technically 50-50. If not 60-40, right? 40% work and 60% your house or your family. You know that work is just as important to feed your family, and your family just as important to keep the relationship going. You have to give 100% to both 50%, if you know what I mean. That could get a little bit tricky because you come home and there's a big part of your life will start here. Whether that's taking care of kids, taking care of your wife, listening to her, what has happened, what has not happened, what she wants, all of that will actually the work you will do once you get home, which I don't mind. Of course, it's my wife and I would die for her, but in a sense that it's a little bit of a work. One last thing that what we do is because our work and our personal life is kind of intertwined, in a sense that's because we are both working in the same company and we are both working for each other technically, so we don't know which is personal time and which is company time, and that's where we have a
Mix
weekend.
a lot.
Yeah, and that's why we have a weekend that we kept just for ourselves, so we don't talk about work there.
Yeah.
We do talk a little bit here and there, but we don't do anything think of work.
Yeah, because we
We
actually
just spend time in movies and stuff.
yeah, like because most time like for work we are together, like me and him, like we are all already spending much time together, but we are spending this just time to just talk about work. So we
Yeah.
have our time is just to not to talk about work. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right, so let us know in the comment if you have any other questions for us to answer. Till then, take care. See ya.